For many of us, Half-Life and its sequel, Half-Life 2, marked a pivotal point in our gaming lives. It marked the beginning of a new age of story-driven games with deep atmosphere and narrative that other games to follow would copy and emulate. In 2004, Half-Life 2 was so widely successful and praised by the gaming community and critics alike. A sequel, Half-Life 3, is surely in the works. Time passes, and 16 years later, it's the year 2020, and we are still yet to receive a true sequel to Half-Life 2. Half-Life Alyx is in development, a new Half-Life VR title from Valve which will bring us as close as we're likely to ever going to get to a true Half-Life 3 sequel. But way back in 2004, if you owned Half-Life 2, had an odd expansion to this game sitting on your hard drive, many of us wondered, what the heck is this? What is this game? That title was Half-Life 2 Lost Coast. I produced a video on this very channel covering my first impressions of Half-Life 2 Lost Coast way back in June of 2011. Now at that point, the game, or level, had been out for 7 years, and I still wondered, what the heck was this thing? Does it expand the Half-Life 2 story in any way? 8 years later, it's the most popular video on the channel, and to start 2020, I had to revisit Lost Coast and take another look and find out more about this game. Lost Coast was a part of the Highway 17 chapter of Half-Life 2, but that level was cut from the game during development. Highway 17's level codename during development was Coast, hence this level's depiction as Lost Coast. A lost level in some ways. The level opens following Gordon Freeman by some old boats and aging piers by the cliffs off the coast, and comes across a fisherman who recognizes Gordon and helps him on his way, instructing him to help the town and destroy the Combine artillery perched atop the cliffs. After Gordon completes his mission, saving the town from artillery, the fisherman congratulates him and invites him into the town for food and rest. Is that it? Is that all we get, or is there something else going on in this level? Well, after much research, it turns out, not really. I've always wondered about this game, and if by looking at the details, are there any other threads of story we can pick apart to build the Half-Life 2 story further? But there's little to be found. Some fans have found the subtitles files of the game and found it was intended to be longer than it actually is, with the fisherman staying with Gordon longer and mentioning bull squids, a reference to the bipedal creatures we see in the Black Mesa facility in Half-Life 1 during the Resonance Cascade. But these things exist all throughout both games, so I can't really see why this is anything major to go by, and we can see why this may have been cut. Tech demo with much intrigue from the community for sure. Lost Coast is a lost level of Half-Life 2 that, just because it was cut, gets more attention than it probably deserves, but even looking back at it in 2020, for a game that's 16 years old, it was amazing what they did at the time, and manages to keep fans talking about it right through to this day. For a full walkthrough of this level, I'm going to leave a link to a video from the YouTube channel Bollocks in the video description. It does a great job showcasing the level and has a lot including mod showcases and full game walkthroughs, along with many other games. You should really check him out. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving the video a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe to the channel for more. If you want to see more scripted content like this, consider leaving a comment and let me know what you'd like to see more of. I'll read all your replies and comments. Thanks to my fans of the Nerdy Loft channel who supported my video, the original Half-Life Lost Coast video way back in June of 2011. This quick look back was inspired by you guys, so thanks very much.